Coming up on this edition of EagleVision News, we talk about new clubs. We talk about Unity Day with Mr. Virgin. And sports with David and Elias. EagleVision News starts now.
What's up, EP? It's Elias Turner, the man, the myth, the legend, and we're live.
And I'm David Nelson, the guy who sits next to Elias. Today is Tuesday, October 23rd.
Unity Day will be tomorrow. Make sure to wear orange to show your support to putting an end to stupid bullying. If you see bullying, run them hands. They don't want beef with us. That's facts.
Night at the Movies will be this Friday at 7 p.m. The EPHS Orchestra will be performing in the South Commons. The music featured throughout will feature many different films from many different genres.
Make sure to register for the Washington, D.C. trip over spring break with Mr. Wenzel and Mr. Hollenbeck. For November 1st, or else you die alone. Only kidding.
Students, texting and driving is dangerous, so use your common sense and don't do it.
This week we take a look at new clubs and how started so we can broaden your horizon in the school. Check it out.
Have you ever wondered what are the new clubs that have been added to the EPHS? We find out more and find out how clubs are approved for the school. First, we talk to Mrs. Jummy about how new clubs are started.
So we have applications in our office that students can grab at the beginning of the school year, and then the deadline is usually the Friday before the activities rush, which is the Tuesday of homecoming week. And students can fill out the application and put information for their new club. You have to have an advisor. That's one of the most important pieces to even apply for a new club, is you need to find a staff member who will agree to advise your club. And then we as an office, we take all of those applications together, and looking at the budget and looking at different things, we try to make a decision on what clubs we will approve for the new school year.
Next, we talk to Mr. Kennedy, an advisor to two clubs, on his advice.
Have a club president and vice president so it's not all on the advisor. That really helps. And so, because that way as an advisor you are helping a couple students in leadership positions and grow in leadership positions, and letting them plan. And so that way an advisor is kind of just like an executive producer, where it's like, that's a great idea, but I don't think we can do that. Or, that's a great idea, let's plan that more, and something we can do next year.
Now we talk to Rachel Wagner, the president of the new board game club.
A board game club meets every Tuesday after school, right after school, up until about 4:30. In board game club, we usually like to branch off into different groups, and people get together and they play the same games that they want to play. For example, last week we had a group about 9 or 10 people playing one group game, and then we had another group about 3 people playing Catan. It's just people get into their own separate groups and just play what games they want.
Reporting for EagleVision News, this is Hunter Tibbetts, signing out.
That was a fascinating look at clubs.
Scholarships are now available in the CRC. Make sure to check it out if you are interested.
After the break, we take a look at what my boy, Mr. Virgin's been up to.
And sports with the guys.
You're watching EagleVision News with your hosts, David Nelson and Elias Turner.
Hi, EP. I'm Mr. Wenzel. This is Mr. Hollenbeck, and we want to tell you about a potential experience for you over spring break. We're taking students to Washington, D.C., March 30th to April 3rd, 4 nights. It's $607. That's a pretty good deal. That includes flight, hotel, and breakfast. And that registration, that's $607 if you register by November 1st.
It's a great opportunity. It's an absolutely different experience than the 8th grade trip is. We will take you all over the city. We will walk. We will take the metro. We'll take you to the monuments at night. We're going to take you to all the museums. We will take you to about 70 countries on Embassy Row. We're going to take you to neighborhoods you haven't been to before, like Adams Morgan, a great park called Meridian Hill Park, where you'll see the famous drum circle. We're going to take you to bookstores. We're going to take you to all the places that you'd want to see, and it's an amazing 4 days.
15 slots left. We're taking 32 students, 15 slots left. See us in the Social Studies Resource Center if you have any questions.
When you're done with your lunch, please put your uneaten fruit in the bins located in the old commons. The donations will be given to Prop. Remember, EPHS, it's distasteful to waste.
So what's the speed of sound, David?
The speed of light, actually. Who that? 86,000 miles a second.
Wow. Just some more useless information that you somehow know by heart.
It's from Young Frankenstein, you imbecile.
Boy, you can catch the say. Whole school can catch the say. And that's facts, B.
That's unrelated to what I just said. Everybody ignore him.
Boy, better skirt somewhere with that all my life. The College and Career Expo going on right now. If you're still interested, make sure to get a pass from your CRC or talk with your teacher. Hurry before it's too late, because it's like, you know.
Make sure to follow the EPHS counselors on Twitter.
Now it's time for your favorite part of the show. Besides me, that is, because I'm the GOAT. What's shaking, Mr. Virgin?
Good morning, everybody. I'm here with Whitney and Jake, and they're going to tell us about Unity Day, a national day against bullying and around kindness. Jake, can you tell us what Unity Day is?
Unity Day is a day that people do stuff against bullying. It's a fun day, and it is supposed to make it so people can prevent bullying, and you can buy a shirt for $5 to help prevent it.
Whitney, what does Unity Day mean to you?
Having people around me so I don't get bullied every day in my life.
Jake, do you know where we could get a t-shirt?
124 or out in the South Commons.
Whitney, what does the front of the t-shirt say?
In a world where you could be anything, be kind.
Thanks for your work in leading this, both of you, and thanks to everybody for listening. As you saw last week, we talked about kindness. We heard from 8 different students and what kindness means to them and how they've seen it here at school. Unity Day gives us a great example of how to do that and something that we really should be doing every day. Thanks.
That's cool. Make sure to contact Mr. Virgin or Room 251 to let us know of your wonderful ideas for upcoming segments, because I'm running out of ideas.
Spring supplements are for sale. They can be purchased in room 208 during or after school.
The deadline to apply for the Presidential Service Award is Wednesday, October 31st. So get your butt off that seat and head to the outreach room, boy. Dang, got me bent, man. Now sports with us. Good evening. Last Tuesday, the girls' soccer team lost their section final against Edina, 1-2. Great job this season, girls. Next year, Bach will dominate.
Now it's time for football. This week, the Eagles face Edina. In the first half, Kramer drops back to pass and connects to tight end Nat Sherman for the touchdown. The Eagles went up 7-0. Later in the game, the Edina quarterback finds his favorite receiver. He finds his favorite receiver, J.D. Cowan, for the interception that would prove to be costly a mistake. We later see Felipe Izumi bulldoze through the offensive line for an EP game. The Eagles take the W as they win 21-0. On to the playoffs. So Elias, you notice this coffee cup has been here for like so many shows. Like, how old do you think this is?
Older than you.
Older than me? Probably. Yeah, it says it's from Orca Coastings, made in China. A lot of things are made in China these days, you know?
Everything's made in China. That's kind of like, that's where we get our things, man.
A lot of manufacturing comes from that country. I mean, we used to do a lot more manufacturing, you know, like Ford, like John Ford with Model Ts in the 30s.
Okay, David, let me be real with you, Chief.
What?
That ain't it.
That ain't it?
It ain't it.
What's it then?
I'm it. That's what's it.
Everything is it for you, isn't it?
Yes, I'm the general most
He's the czar
amazing thing
of EagleVision
that has
News.
ever happened to the show.
Okay, that's all we have for you today. I'm David Nelson.
And I'm Elias Turner. And remember, EP, you got something negative to say, you're going to catch that say. Period.